Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Miss Ray. Today our video is all about our regrets and discouraged purchases. So basically we're just going to go through all the products that we have. Some are drugstore, some are high-end, things that we regret buying.
Stuff we wish I had our money back from, essentially. My first one is ColourPop bronzer. It's really disappointing because I love ColourPop as a brand. I thoroughly enjoy their Super Shock shadows, their lippy sticks. It just wasn't for me. It's the same like cream to powder finish. It just doesn't blend for me. Like, I look dirty. I have 3 different shades. I look dirty every time. So it's not just, this one's in poolside. I have 3 different ones. I have shimmers, I have mattes. I don't know, I just can't get it to look right on my face. With a brush, my finger, I can't get it blended out. So I'm a no-go on those.
I also have a bronzer regret, which is kind of surprising because this is a lot of people's holy grail. It's Benefit Hoola Bronzer. This little buddy is about $30, and it just does not look good with my skin tone.
These are $8 for disgusting price.
This just doesn't look good with my skin tone. Like, it makes me look dirty. Like, I'm so pale that this is too much of a contour for me. So, I guess this is sadly one of my regrets, but it is.
This one I know a ton of people like. This is a Smashbox Photo Finishing Primer Water. I don't know that it's because I dislike the product. I've tried it a couple times on its own as a primer, and it does okay. Like, it's not that I dislike it. I like the physical act of putting on primer. Like, I think that that's what this bothers me. I don't like spraying. I feel like, did I miss a spot? Was that enough? Was that too much? Like, you know what I mean? I can put some in my fingers and, like, rub it in, and I know when it's enough and too much. So, I think it's just application more for me, but I just don't use it because I'm more comfortable with other products. So, I either need to force myself to use it because I spent money on it, or move on. And I think this, how much is this size?
That size is 16. The normal size is, like, the full size is 30.
Yeah, like the big bottle. So I'm glad I got the little one just to try.
One of my regrets is the Tarte Maracuja oil. I got this in just a little set with the eye cream. I don't mind the eye cream. I'm just talking about the oil. I'm glad I didn't buy a full size because my skin does not soak this up. It feels oily on my skin, and it's just, it doesn't feel like my skin soaks it up.
I have that size and I really haven't done much with it. I've tried it a couple times, but
it's not my favorite oil. I'm not a huge fan of oils. I love oilless serums, but just a straight up oil all over my skin that kind of makes me feel oily and gross. So this is not one of my favorites.
Want to talk eyeliner?
Sure. Talk eyeliner.
I have a high end and a low end. I have the drugstore one. I have the Maybelline Master Kajal. It looks so fancy. So, like, I don't know if you can tell. The product is from here up. Like, it's an enormous tip. And you don't sharpen it. And that's all the product. Like, that's all the product you got in this package. It doesn't twist up or anything like that. Like, it's all right there. The idea is that you do it, like, sideways, and it keeps the tip, like, as long as you continue to lay it on. I don't like this as a wing. I don't like this as a waterline. It's black, but it's
super smudgy.
It's just way too, even if I let it dry and set it, it's too much for me. I dislike it. And then my other eyeliner is actually, surprisingly enough, an Urban Decay. This is Perversion, just their 24/7 Glide On eye pencils. I have a couple other ones of these I've gotten in samples. It's very black, and it's creamy. It's almost too creamy. One, I hate how these pencils sharpen. They're just never, like, a smooth sharpen to them. Like, once you use that first initial tip off of it, it's just never the same. And this I have the same problem with. It's just too soft and creamy. Like, I can dry it, I can set it with, I set with, like, matte carbon, and it just doesn't ever get to a point where I'm happy with it. It's, like, all over. I get this, like, bleed out the side here. I just don't like it.
My product regret for eyeliner is the Marc Jacobs eyeliner. Now, this is a big surprise because I liked it when I started using it, but I noticed I was using it on my waterline, which is what I bought it for, and it bleeds all over. I mean, Oh, if I can get it open, my hands are all slippery from that oil. I mean, it goes on black. Everyone says it doesn't smudge. It smudges. I mean,
Which, I mean, she didn't let it dry that time, but
no, I mean, we'll let it dry first, but I wasn't that impressed. It was not it was not $25 impressive. This was a drugstore formula. Yeah, I spent $5 on it, but I'm not gonna spend another $25 on it.
This one's sad. This is the Naked Smoky. I love the packaging to this, and like I like the brush it came with, and on first glance I like it. I like the purple shade. I like some of those. I like it. I just don't use it. It's not inspiring to me. Like, I don't know. I've sat down like 4 times to try to do a look from this, and I just don't like it.
I just feel that the shades are so repetitive. Like, I've seen shades like that in other palettes with better formulas. I don't know. It's just
like if I'm gonna do a smoky eye, I pull out my little Too Faced smoky like 9-pan palette. So I don't know. I just feel like maybe this was unnecessarily purchased with the hype. It's new. It's exciting. It's a new Naked palette. Smoky, obviously, I love that idea. It's just I didn't need it.
I'm glad I didn't buy it.
I also have the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lippies. Number one, most of them bleed out the top. This one happened. I had trouble with 3 or 4 of mine. It's liquid, and then when you put it on, it dries totally matte. Now, the color's rich. They go on in one coat. They dry down really well. They're totally non-transferable. They last quite some time. They get a little crumbly on me, depending upon the shade that I'm using, and they're too dry. I just think that liquid lipsticks are not for me. Like, matte lipsticks that I have to reapply, I'm fine with. But these liquid lippies that are supposed to stay on forever, I just don't enjoy them. Like, I've got several shades of this. I've got a couple other brands. I don't like any of those either. I think I just need to give up on the liquid lip thing. It's not for me.
I have a liquid lipstick as well. This is the Makeup Revolution Salvation Velvet Lacquer. This is the color Rebel. It's a gorgeous color, but again, it doesn't dry as quickly as the ColourPop ones do. It's a really pretty color, but I noticed that this does not last that long. I wore it to school one day, and by my second hour of being there, it was on the outsides of my lips crumbling up in the corners, and it just looked gross. So I'm not going to spend another $5 on any of these just because they only stay on the outside of my lips, and it was just nasty looking.
I mean, drugstore regrets. This one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Usually matte foundation is my jam. I don't know if it's just the color is really wrong for me. Natural beige. I've looked a couple times to buy a different color and see if it's better for me. It just smells like chemicals, and it dries wicked fast. So I like to dot my foundation all over, and then I use like a giant foundation blending brush, and I buff it in. I can't do that with this. I have to 2 dots, buff it in, 2 dots, buff it in. I just don't like how I have to apply it. I don't like how it smells. This shade is it's only shade 105, and I usually am shade 120 at Maybelline and CoverGirl. So it's almost orange on me, and
it's too warm.
And I've looked for other shades, and I just can't find a shade that I like. So it's supposed to be demi matte, 24-hour, medium, air light coverage. Air light, yes. Medium coverage, yes. 24-hour, I don't know. I didn't leave it on that long. I don't like it. So it's expensive. It's like a $12.99 drugstore foundation. So I almost wish I would have had another Ready Set Gorgeous. I would have taken another 2 of CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous over that.
I have another lippy regret. This is the YSL Tint and Oil Lip Gloss. I like the product. It's not that I don't like the product. It just was $32. It's not that spectacular for me. It just feels like a standard, a little bit slicker lip gloss.
I like mine. I'm okay with it.
I never use it.
But yeah, I mean, you're not going to use it.
Something that I never use. The packaging's so bulky for me to throw in my pocket. I don't know. I'm in school, so it's either in my backpack or in my pocket. So this is not exactly useful for that.
This is one that you're going to be surprised with. This is an Anastasia Brow Wiz in Auburn. It's not empty. I still have so much of it. It's not because I dislike the product. It stinks.
Literally smells. Is that the one?
Yeah. Vulva. Spoolie stinks. And I don't know if it's because I tried to clean it with a wipe to get the excess product off, and then I capped it. It was damp and it got disgusting.
Musty.
So I can't use the spoolie anymore because it stinks, but I think that was my fault. I like the product itself. Like, it gives you that, like, little hairs, wispy look. This is shade Auburn. I like it. The color's a good match for me. The reason it's really right for me is it's $21. I like the NYX brow. It's $10. I love my Milani brow. It's $6. And both of those have spoolies on them. So it's not a necessity for me to spend $21 on an eyebrow pencil. It's way too much for me. It's not because, like I said, it's not because I dislike it. It's just I have better options. So, both of our last regrets, you've been with us from the beginning. You know how we feel about these Marc Jacobs number 7. They are the Style Icon number 7. And I have 216, the Enigma.
I have 202, the Teen.
I love the shades. I mean, I open it, it's gorgeous, and it's inspiring, and I want to use these. They're just not that great. Like this one, it's gone. Like, there's nothing there. I can pack and pack and pack and let my brush with Fix Plus, and it just doesn't do anything for me.
I have a super deep purple in mine, and I was all excited about this. I'm like, oh, that's pretty. That's what I get. I get some glitter. Like, glitter with a little purple base.
They're just not what I would expect from a Marc Jacobs shadow. Now, I've swatched them in Sephora in different, like, trios and stuff that I thoroughly love. There's a really nice, like, taupe shade in mine that, you know, swatches well and shows up well in the eyes, but taupe, like, $59 for taupe. I'm good. So, I mean, we just like these because of the amount of money we spent on them.
The product's not that great either. Like, I've bought better drugstore quality eyeshadows.
I've went in Wild Shadows that perform better than some of these. So, and I've seen all kinds of people rave about these Marc Jacobs 7 pans. So either they bought into the hype and have convinced themselves they love it because they spent $60 on it, or
they got sent to them and got paid to talk about them.
I don't know. We don't like them.
No.
But like Jam Beauty, she bought the Lolita and she loved it. Like, she was raving about how, like, it's worth the splurge. And she never spends money on high-end makeup, hardly ever. And I know she paid for hers. So I don't know if it's just, I don't know. I mean, we have 2 different shade selections and we both feel the same way about it. So Marc Jacobs eyeshadows are just something I won't invest in, I guess. And she doesn't like the eye thing because Marc Jacobs just isn't for us. I get that it's a luxury brand. There's plenty of other luxury brands like Dior that I know I love. Pretty much everything from Dior. And I like, what's the other one I'm trying to think of that I enjoy? Chanel. There's some Chanel, like, lippies and shadows and stuff like that. So I'm going to spend the caliber of cost that this is. I'll find something different. There's some Charlotte Tilbury stuff I'd like to try that if I had this money back, I would spend on Charlotte Tilbury. So
I would buy the Estee Lauder pod.
Right? So they're just not the greatest. So we have some, you know, when we sat down to do these, we had some kind of surprising items for us that were disappointing. So let us know down below what's disappointing for you. We just like doing videos like this every once in a while because when you try and use as much different makeup products as we do, you're going to come across something that's not your favorite. So it's just interesting, especially when it's something that, like, we purchased because it was hyped up. Like, we love, you know, we bought it because it was supposed to be so amazing. Hoola Bronzer, Naked Smoky Palette, Smashbox Primer Water. A lot of these things are things that people are talking about. So we just wanted to, you know, kind of jump on for a second and
give you a new perspective on
tell you how we feel about it. So until next time. Bye, guys.